Hello, folks, and it is your own host, Amsterdam Neil from Amsterdam. This is the race reaction of Imola GP, the round 2 of F1 Grand Prix season, babies. But this is going to be pretty interesting. I am having so much fun time watching the race. So, like, subscribe, share to my channel, please give me support so that I can bring you more content. And this is also has a different thing saying that yum, 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 yum. I can see that few people are watching my videos, but not much of support, man. Love, give me love. Come on, guys, come on. So, welcome all you for Formula 1 fans. This is going to be the Imola Grand Prix. First, we will go through the quali sessions and then the race reaction. The quali sessions is going to be interesting as you can see what is the final standings of the quali with Lewis being on top. And before that, in the quali 1, freaking Mr. Yuki crashed out. It was a hefty push where he had a good going in that section, but in the end chicane of the first sector, he was too much powerful in that chicane, so he crashed out and brought out the red flag. Yeah, that went not good for Yuki, my Yuki baby. He's so cute, but and he's so determined driver. But in between, that at the end of the Q1, Williams team and actually Williams qualified for the Q2, and both the Ferrari engine teams were out, and UK would not have even a chance to get it. So that was Q1. Then the Q2, it was not much of an event, but at the end of the Q2, what can we say? Science was out of the Q2 with one of the Alpines, two Williams, and Vettel. Vettel. Come on, find your mojo. Get back your mojo. I want to see you fight. So please do this. So that was the Q2 where Sainz in the same chicane, as you can see from the pictures, that he hit the entry curbs too hard, so he lost a bit of time. So that did not help him go in. Then in the Q3, not much event, but Norris had a great lap and he was into P3. But the problem was his time was deleted because of track extension. God, my God, English. मेरा English किस gutter में गया है? Where it is gone, I don't care. But because of that, Charles gets a lofty P4 and Max is out qualified by Mr. Perez. Oh my God, Max in his second lap out in Q3, he did not have a good first sector where it was yellow, and so he couldn't improve that much. But again, Lewis being Lewis, Mercedes was said to be having pace problems, but I don't see any pace problems with these people. No, I don't see these people having any pace problems. Even my friend, the F1 fan friend, said that it is weird. Oh God. Anyways, now I hope the race is going to be better. God, I should be very happy that the race should have been at least better. So because of that, in the race, formation lap, Charles goes and spins. Yeah, turn of events, guys. Rain in race day, and nobody was aware of this. I think, I hope. I hope so. But Charles Pins, but he did not lose much of a time, so he did not have much issues. So at the after the five red lights, we heard a freaking stellar start from both the Red Bull drivers. But Max, being Max, took the lead and destroyed both his competitors who were in front of him, who qualified first and second. That was Lewis and Perez. Took the inside line, and there you have it. Max is on top, in front. Mamma mia! Says Nathaniel. Nathaniel. So that happened. Then in lap, but Lewis had a try, and because of the try, he got tried because his floor got given good bit of hit. So because of that, we have been seeing Max take the front. Then we had the bizarre scene where Latifi lost his back and spun, got out of the track, tried to rejoin, went in front of Mazepin. Mazepin was getting squeezed. He did not give a dash about it. So he pushed back. Not pushed back, he just stayed in his position. Latifi hit his side pods into Mazepin's front wing. There you have it. Latifi destroyed. And then, oof, we have, because of that, safety car was brought out, and that gave us an interesting moment because while the safety car was going on, Mike Schumacher had a small incident where he tried to warm his tires and that went into drain because he went and straight away hit into the walls. He scattered. You should be legacy of your dad. You shouldn't be putting that too much because my father is somebody who is in a very not big position, in a respectable position, and I have not even reached that position. I am sitting around and making videos for you guys where I am not getting the support. Come on, give me support. So that happened. The pit wall entry had a mark of Mike Schumacher there. Michael Schumacher, I don't know whether it had. Then back in when we restarted after the safety car, Lewis tried the lunge into the first turn, but he was hit with the back memories of getting his floor or his front wing getting blasted. So he did not do much. And then we had few nice battles in between where we had Ferris and Stroll having a fight, Alonso Vettel having a fight. So all these interesting fights, and in between that, it was interesting stupidity from somebody called Perez, where he not spun, went out of track because of the too much carrying, and he just came back in, and he was overtook by two people. He overtook both of them and got a hit with and slapped with a 10-second penalty, which he served later on. And I was really liking how Perez was going about it. The second driver of Red Bull was always being very, what you can say, cursed. So Perez was doing a better job, but by the end of the race, you will see what happened. God, death, and then Lewis tried to pit for slicks after the second this thing, and that did not change. That did not give good things for Lewis. So because he was slow, it was a slow pit stop, and yeah, the luck was not on his side. The luck was like slapping on his face, saying that I won't give you anything. Go back, Simon. Go back. Go. Ja, Jare, Jana. So that happened. And then within 2 laps, we see the break of Mr. Hamilton for the first time in all of years. A lot of years. I think no, a lot of races. Maybe in few races before he might have had a stupidity. He could not stop him to the turn, which I told you. This freaking turn of that Suzuka type that I told you previous video. Please check it out. That's a good, interesting video. So he lost traction, went into the gravel, tried to turn, went into the barriers, hit it threw his front wing off the ground, and that helped us to see that we had a freaking good race coming up in the frame where he was down to P9 and he had to change his front wing also. But all of a sudden, not a but, all of a sudden, the sight of red flag was shown because of somebody went in, tried to overtake, and was ridiculous enough to not give any chance for the other person to. The other person did not give any more place or side. Bottas and Russell. Russell tried a ludicrous one, but when I was watching this thing, I thought it was Bottas who had done the stupidity. But once I saw the recaps, I understood it was Russell who was being just pushed into the wet grass, and there you have it, wet grass and where slick tires don't go very hand in hand. So that helped us into having a red flag where both the players were destroyed and did not have a finish. So that happened. And then the first mistake of Max was done. But he did not have any issues or he did not lose any points out of it. It was the first thing, but all persons can make one. Lewis Hamilton is the only one who had few races to make the first mistake. Ah, God, it was weird before the race started. So yeah, it went well. It did not go much well, but it went well. Then in the restart, Norris was so good that he just caught Charles napping like a great player and उसने overtake कर दिया यार, second place. He just took it. But then it was bizarrely hammer time. Hamilton was in P8, but he had about 16 laps to get back on top. And that's what he did. Took out Ricciardo first, then Sainz, then Norris, then Charles, then I think Gasly in between, I don't know. And then he took out the rest of the people who were in front, Norris and Charles, to take the P2. And if they would have not let him gone in front, we could have had the youngest podium where it was Max, Charles and Norris being on podium. Norris in second, Charles on third. So this was a bizarre race and very interesting race. I loved this race. This was an epic race where I had my seats on toes because I was sitting at the edge of it. What is going to happen? And Norris, science, help us! Don't let him overtake! No, you just let him overtake. Hamilton, being Hamilton, being Hamilton just went on. So yeah, guys, Max first, Hamilton second, third Norris, fourth Charles, and fifth Science, and sixth Ricardo. So the top three, four teams looks really powerful, which is Mercedes, Mr. Red Bull, then Mr. McLaren and Ferrari. The resurgent Ferrari is looking really good. So I would say this race was absolutely mwah. I would say that. So I hope you had a great time. Uh, this race has been a real good treat for me. So have a good time, guys. I hope you guys have fun, and let's wait for the Portuguese race in 2 weeks, I guess. Until then, like, subscribe, share to my channel. Let's go with more F1 content and FIFA content. So, wait for those. I hope to see you soon, and beast mode